Well, hello, everyone. Listen, I am Anthony Moore. I'm the senior pastor of Carolina Church, and I want to welcome you to the segment, More from More. Now, go figure that out. Listen, you all, I am so honored to be able to greet you via this methodology that we have chosen to use to keep you abreast and up to date on what's going on. We are already in our 21-day fast. We are already into the 21-day fast, and many of us have chosen to fast. We have our Speak Life fast. We have our Daniel fast. We are in it now, and we're believing God to give unto us supernatural miracles as a result of our fasting. I want to encourage you to be a part of that fast, and certainly you can get that information by going to our website, and there you'll find a banner for our 21-day fast. Click on that banner, and it will give you all of the information needed that you might in fact be a participant and not a spectator. Now, remember, you all, I've been preaching and teaching, and I've asked you all to do a couple of things. I want to remind you of some of the things I've asked you to do. On this last week, I was preaching about things happen when you pray, and I ended the sermon by asking you all to do two things for me. Number one, I asked you to compile a prayer list. I wanted you to put together a prayer list, but on that prayer list, I asked that you would be certain to make sure that it didn't just have what you needed, but that it also had on that prayer list what your neighbor needs and what your coworker needs and what family members need. So I want to be certain that you would do that. Here's the second thing I asked you to do. I asked you to form a habit of praying. So I asked you to take these next few days, these 21 days, and begin to forming a habit that you would call on God, even in this difficult time. I did not attach any type of minutes or amount of minutes to it. I just simply asked that you would spend time talking to God, whether that's 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. Whatever it is for you, I need you to spend some time formulating a habit that you would pray unto the Lord. Now listen, you do know that we are the church on the grow, which simply means, you all, that we are gathering together. We are reaching the world. We are offering our best, and we are watering our seed. Now, having said that, I do want y'all to know that it is our intentions not to miss a Sunday, not to miss a Wednesday, not to miss an opportunity to bring worship and teaching directly to where you are. We're not going to miss out on that. So our team has been working around the clock with their creative ideas on how we could in fact make sure that we got information of worship, information of Bible teaching, how we could make sure that we kept our children in the loop. We wanted to do whatever it takes to just be certain that we, in fact, are doing what you need as it relates to worshiping God. So here's what we've done. Y'all, we have made it a point to go live. We're going live with our Wednesdays. Now listen, we start at 6 a.m. in the morning praying every Wednesday from 6 a.m. to 6:15. We've been praying to God, and we want you to join us on that prayer call. On the screen, the number is listed for you to be able to see exactly what that number is and the code that you need to call in. I do want you to know that we go from prayer at 6 a.m. to 12 noon Bible study. Well, listen, we are also providing lunch for you curbside. All that we ask is that you be certain to RSVP for lunch so that we can prepare. Our culinary ministry is on the job. They are doing what needs to be done. They're going to prepare the lunches, and our volunteers will make sure that when you pull up curbside, that they're going to bring out your lunch to you. Because we want to make sure that the enemy knows we might be quarantined, but we are not going to leave people out from experiencing the love of God. So I need you to be certain to RSVP for your lunch. Now, not only that, but we are still doing Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire. We're going live with it. We're going live. And you can tune in and be certain to not only hear teaching, but you will also hear us interceding on behalf of others, and we'll even be interceding on your behalf. So you don't want to miss Fresh Wind, Fresh Fire. Now, I do need you all to know that even though we're going live with over Wednesdays, we're also going live on Sundays. We're making sure that we're bringing the worship directly to you and your household. So we want to make certain that you get the family up, sit them around the laptop, around the computer, around the television screen, and let us worship. I need you to engage just like you would if you were here in the house. Not only are we going live for our worship service for our adults, but guess what, you all? We're going live even for our children and our youth. We have what's called Blast Zone. They can tune in to the Zoom information that is on the screen for you even now, and be certain to get them engaged and discipled. I'm hoping that they will invite their friends to come and be a part of that excitement. Pastor May is doing a tremendous job in making sure that we keep our children engaged. Now, we're in this corona crisis, but this is an opportunity for us to make our God big. This is a great opportunity for us to make God big. And so I'm asking you to make sure that you reach out to your neighbor, to your friends, to your relatives, and make sure that they have what they need. Now, because Carolina cares, I need you to know that if you in fact cannot meet that need, and they are members of our church, members of this community, we want to do everything that we can possible to make sure that we are speaking and meeting their needs. So I just need you to reach out to our office, reach out to your circle of lights, or to anyone in leadership and say, hey, we have a need. And because Carolina cares, we're going to step in and seek to meet that need. Well, you know, we can only meet needs if we, in fact, are giving our tithes and our offering. Y'all, there comes a time when we have to give, we've got to sow, and we have to grow. So I want to be certain that you will utilize all of the platforms that we have available for you to give. There are several ways you can give here. One, you can do it by way of a check or cash. You can come by our church office, drop your envelope in our secured mailbox. Remember, you all, it's very secured, so you can put it in there and we can be certain to get it out of the mailbox. It is absolutely secured. You can also go online and give. You can go online and give. We have many platforms there. You can use Givelify to give to our ministry. You can use PushPay to give to our ministry. You can even text to give. I want you to know how you text to give. You can do text the number 77977. Let me do that again for you. It's 77977. It's on the screen for you. You can text that number, and in the message box, write Carolina Church, all one word, and hit send. And what will happen is that you're going to get a text message that will prompt you on what you can do to now begin. Now, I know this is different for a lot of you all. You've not used these platforms before. I need you to trust God. I need you to trust your staff that we, in fact, are using platforms that are absolutely secure. I want to charge you. Let's keep the church strong. And the way to do that is with your tithes and your offerings. For ministry meetings, let me tell you all, I want you to check with your ministry leader about the team meetings to learn how your team is connecting and how your team is communicating, to be certain to be a part of that. your circle of lights. If you are in need of are in need of anything, or you are in a crisis, we want you to contact your circle of lights in the event that you cannot reach the church. If you can't reach the church, I want you to do that. Contact your circle of lights leader. If the church has to close, I want you to contact your circle of lights leader. Now listen, we've got some activities that have been planned that I want you to know that we're going to continue to do our very best to use our creativeness to make this work. So our 7 last words are going to go forward. We're going to be doing our Palm Sunday worship. We're going to be doing our Resurrection Sunday celebration. And listen, resurrection happened to be on Communion Sunday. So I need you to be certain to do everything you can to be prepared. Get the crackers, get the juice, because we're going to serve communion. We are reimagining church for the kingdom, and this is exciting to us. Now listen, before I go, I want you to get your CD called Things Happen When You Pray. You can download this on Google Play or the iTunes Store. You can stream it on Spotify or Apple Music, or better yet, you can go to One More Minute and get your CD. Now I gotta go, but before I go, Lady Moore and I are covering you all with the hedge of protection of God. We speak favor into your life. We speak good health into your life. And we speak the grace of God. May God bless you all and keep you as we grow higher in the Lord. On your mark, get set. Let's grow.